Hi sweet friends, welcome back to Mary's Nest. Today I'm continuing with my Christmas cooking series and I'm making a baked brie appetizer that has cherry preserves and pistachios, and it's the piece de resistance for my giant party platter. This is an easy appetizer and perfect for entertaining. There's my oven, which you're going to have to preheat to 400 degrees. And it's perfect for entertaining, even just on its own as an appetizer, or for the centerpiece of a giant party platter, which I'm making today. Now the first thing we need to do is take your brie, and we're going to cut it all around with a little paring knife here to make a little cap, but one that's slightly indented so that when we remove it, we have a little bit of a well in the brie. And I'm going to bring you in closer so you can see everything that I do. So just get your paring knife, and you just want to start right about here, but maybe about a 1/4 inch or so from the rind, and you're just going to go around, just slowly working your way around. And this is easiest to do if you've got a nice cold brie. Well, we've gone around once to make our first cut. Now we're going to go around the second time, and we're just going to go a little deeper with the knife and just have it on an angle. Just sort of, you see the way I'm going in? I'm going in like this. And you just want to go in right on an angle. And then again, you just want to work your way around. You're even going to see it start to loosen. Well, we've continued to go all the ways around with your knife. And as you're doing this, you're going to notice that it's going to start to loosen, and you're going to be able to pick it up. So all we're going to do is just hold it securely now and take it right off the top. Just continue to loosen it with your knife if anything's sticking. And there you go. Perfect. And don't worry, it doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to look pretty, because we're going to fill this with goodness and no one's going to see anything that might be irregular. Now the first thing I'm going to do is take this bottle of cherry preserves. Now you can use anything you want. You can even use leftover cranberry sauce if you have it from cooking over the holidays. But to a certain extent, I feel we have so much cranberry sauce from Thanksgiving and then leftovers. It's nice to have a little change of pace. And I like this cherry preserves because it is red, and cherry and vanilla and the citrus, they just all go so beautifully together. So I'm just going to get this out of the jar, and then we're going to add in the rest of our ingredients. And now I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla, and this is real vanilla flavoring. And just cherry vanilla just goes so beautifully together. So we're going to get that in there. And then the next thing that we're going to do is just add a teaspoon of salt. Not a teaspoon, what am I saying? A 1/4 teaspoon of salt, just to a little offset all the sweetness. Alrighty, let's give that a stir, get that vanilla nicely mixed in there along with that salt. Oh, you can smell the vanilla. It's just luscious. I could wear it as perfume. And then what I've got here is the juice of one orange. It was just about a medium-sized orange. Now I'm going to save the zest, which we're going to sprinkle on top after it comes out of the oven. And as I mentioned in the beginning when my oven beeped, you want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to add in the juice. It's got a little bit of the pulp in there too, and just mix that around until it's nicely incorporated. Alrighty, I've got that all beautifully stirred in, and the citrus is just going to work so lovely with the cherry preserves. Lemon, you can use lemon too. Lemon or orange just always works beautifully with cherries. Now I just want to mention, you know me, waste not, want not. Do not discard this jar, because as you see there's a little bit of jelly left in here. And what I'll use this, I'm going to put this in my refrigerator just like it is, and when I get ready to make a salad, I'll add my oil and vinegar and salt, pepper, whatever, to this jar, shake it all up, and the jelly will give it a nice little, or the jam will give it, the preserves will give it a nice little sweetness. Now all we're going to do is take this delightful mixture and fill our brie bowl. And we're just going to fill that till it gets up to the rim. And then I'm just going to add my last tablespoonful there and put this to the side. And then we've got some chopped pistachios here. The bulk of these are going to go on top, but I'm just going to sprinkle some right in the center of the well here, or in the little well that we've made in the cheese, because it'll give it a nice little crunch right in the middle. And then we're going to put our lid back on. Now don't worry if when you put this on, some of the preserves come come out the side, because that's the sort of the charm of all of this. Oh my gosh, that just looks heavenly, doesn't it? And then we're going to take the rest of this, and we're just going to put this right over the top. Now, I'm sure you can see this, but I just want to mention that I do have this on a baking sheet, and I do have some parchment paper down, because this is going to be a bit of a sticky wicket, and having that parchment paper is going to make it very easy to lift it off with a spatula, transfer it to my serving plate, and then have easy cleanup. So now let's just top this with the rest of these nuts. And I am always just very generous, you know, especially at holiday time. And look at this, the red and the green. Oh my gosh, I love how beautiful this looks. And this was just about a cup of pistachios. You probably don't even need this much. That looks good. Perfect. And that's it. Now we pop it in the oven, and in 10 minutes it's ready. And when it comes out of the oven, we'll just top it with a little bit of the orange zest. I always like to do this. This way people know exactly what the flavorings are in it, other than the vanilla. But this way they know some citrus is in it too. Well, I just took the baked brie out of the oven, and it's so bubbly and luscious. I can't wait to dig in. But I'm going to have to wait till my guests get here. Well, now I'm going to get ready to transfer this to the plate that I have on my giant party platter, and I'm going to use a pancake spatula to do this. Well, I had good luck transferring it to my giant party platter here, and I just wanted to let you know what I did was I think these are still dripping a little, but I used the pancake spatula, and I used another spatula to get it over there. And then I'm going to take the orange zest, and I'm just going to sprinkle that all around on the top. And this is just going to make a heavenly, heavenly appetizer, along with all the other goodies on this giant party platter. Well, there we have that beautiful baked brie as the centerpiece for our giant party platter. And I want to thank you for joining me, and I look forward to having you join me again right here in my Texas Hill Country kitchen. Love and God bless. Before you go, be sure to check out these two videos. I think you'll like them too. And don't forget, subscribe to my channel, click on the little notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.